Hey guys, how's it going? So welcome to another brand new video. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be talking to you about the subject on why many of our investors come through referrals, right? So it's going to be an interesting video, and I would like you guys to watch this till the end because there are a lot of important details and information which I'm going to be sharing in this video, which will be beneficial for all of you, all right? Let's say whenever you guys want to take an informed decision, whenever you guys want to do, let's say, more research. So there's a lot that you can get to learn from this, all right? So I'm gonna start this particular topic right after this short little intro. So, welcome back. Now, let me ask you a simple question. If someone offered you an opportunity today, would you actually trust a random advertisement, or would you trust someone that you already know? Most people know the answer immediately, because when real money is involved, trust becomes more important than marketing. And that's why many of the strongest business relationships in the world begin with referrals. Not advertisements, not flashy presentations, not social media hype, but trust. Today, I want to discuss something which most people tend to overlook. Why is that many of our investors come through referrals? And more importantly, why referrals often tell you far more about a business than any other marketing campaign ever could. Now, I'm going to shed more light or enlighten you when it comes to the difference between attention and trust. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming attention and trust are the same thing. They're not. Attention is easy. Trust is difficult. A company can buy advertisements. A company can buy exposure. A company can buy clicks. But trust, it must be earned. Trust develops through consistency, communication, transparency, professionalism, and time. That's why referrals are so powerful. A referral represents transferred trust. Someone is essentially saying, I've had a positive experience and I'm comfortable introducing you. So that's what the whole process is all about. And that is a totally different level of credibility. Because out here, what you gotta understand is that system cannot be rigged. Now, like I said earlier, just a few minutes ago, people can buy advertisements, people can come up with some marketing campaigns, but there, pretty much things can be manipulated to a certain degree. However, when you have real clients, when you've got real customers, who are literally making money, who've got the results, that speaks for themselves, those are the best, I would say, and that is the epitome of any credible business or any credible process which will actually allow people to make that informed decision. Now I'm going to tell you how sophisticated investors think. Many people assume that successful investors are constantly chasing the highest returns. However, in reality, successful investors and experienced investors are focused on something else: risk, trust, relationships, track record, communication, professionalism. Because sophisticated investors understand something important. Quality of the people behind an opportunity often matters just as much as the opportunity itself. Before making decisions, they often ask, who am I dealing with? How do they communicate? How do they operate? Are they consistent? Are they transparent? Those questions matter. Now I'm going to tell you something interesting. Why is it that referrals have existed for centuries? So long before the internet existed, business was built through relationships. Merchants referred merchants, families referred families, business owners referred clients, professionals referred professionals. Why? Because referrals reduce uncertainty. And uncertainty is one of the biggest obstacles in any financial decision. People naturally feel more comfortable when introduced through someone whom they already know and trust. That's human nature, and that hasn't changed. Technology has changed. However, human psychology hasn't. Now I'm going to be talking about the power of relationship capital. Many people spend years trying to build financial capital. Very few people spend time building relationship capital. Relationship capital can become incredibly valuable because every strong relationship can potentially lead to introductions, partnerships, referrals, opportunities, and long-term growth. In many industries, reputation becomes the most valuable asset a person owns. Once people trust you, opportunities begin appearing naturally. Why is it that trust matters more than presentations? Think about this. Two businesses can offer similar opportunities. One has beautiful presentations, impressive marketing, expensive branding, whereas the other one has strong relationships, satisfied clients, referrals, and trust. Which one do you think survives longer? In most cases, trust wins because trust creates loyalty and loyalty creates longevity. Now, I'm sure that the ones who often come to us, again, I'm speaking this from experience because I would say 95% of our clients or investors that have come to us have all been through referrals. Yes, that's right. The remaining 5%, I would say, or probably let's say the remaining, maybe between, if I was to take the percentage in terms of 5% or so, would probably be coming through YouTube, from other different channels. However, we've never run any advertisements. So that's, as paradoxical that can, it may sound, but that is a fact, So that's just something which we take great pride in because for us, it's all about building that credibility, building that good business relationship. And accordingly, that is why if you go through my channel, you ain't going to be finding, a lot of people talking about it or even different customers. Like some of them, they do ask us if we could get some of our clients or let's say investors speak up about this. However, there are many of our clients or investors who are not comfortable speaking in front of the camera. Hence, we do allow the new incoming, let's say investor or client to speak to them only when we see we've got a vetting process where we do ask them a lot of important questions. And once we see that this person has got the potential, and if this person does come into the category of, let's say, a highly accredited investor and definitely has the potential, to build and grow the fleet for himself and also for our company as a whole, then yes, then we do take them on board. We put them in touch with the clients or investors who are doing business with us. And of course, there are ways to clarify these things. Number one, they've already got existing contracts and agreements with us. Second, every month they're receiving the monthly rental payments to their respective bank account. Ways to definitely keep things transparent and also get the facts and details verified. So that's why I say, end of the day, what matters is to work and develop that strong business relationship. Now I'll talk about the way many investors actually make the decisions. Most people imagine investors sitting in front of spreadsheets all day, but many important decisions actually happen differently. People ask friends, people ask colleagues, people ask trusted contacts. Sometimes a single conversation can actually carry more weight than weeks of advertising. Why? Because trust already exists, and trust accelerates decision making. I'm going to tell you why we value referrals. One thing we appreciate deeply is when existing clients introduce new people, because it tells us something important. It tells us that confidence has been built, not through pressure, not through hype, but through experience. That's meaningful because referrals are earned and they cannot be purchased. I'm going to talk about the importance of proper evaluation. Something important, not every inquiry becomes a client, and that's intentional because we believe serious opportunities require proper evaluation. We want to understand goals, expectations, timelines, objectives, and we encourage people to ask questions, lots of questions, because informed decisions are better decisions. I'm going to talk about the reasons why serious people value the process. One thing I've noticed over the years is that serious people appreciate structure. They appreciate professionalism, communication, transparency, and organization. They don't want chaos. They don't want confusion. They want clarity. That's why a proper onboarding process matters. That's why qualification matters. And that's why referrals often work so well. Because serious people tend to refer other serious people. I'm going to tell you what this says about human nature. This conversation is not really just about investing alone. It's about human behavior. People trust people. People learn from people. People seek reassurance from people. And when uncertainty exists, trusted relationships become even more valuable. That has been true for centuries. and it remains true till date. Now I'm going to elaborate on why is it that education comes before decisions. One thing we strongly believe is that education should always come first, before decisions, before commitments, before anything else. People should understand industries, business models, operations, opportunities, and processes, because confidence often comes from understanding. The more informed someone becomes, the better positioned they are to evaluate opportunities objectively. If you are interested, or if you are serious about learning more about shipping containers, logistics, alternative asset discussion, or our onboarding process, you can visit our website and submit an inquiry form. One of our managers can learn more about your goals, answer questions, and determine whether a further conversation makes sense or not. We believe in professionalism, transparency, and proper evaluation. And for qualified individuals, there may also be opportunities for additional due diligence conversations wherever appropriate. At the end of the day, businesses come and go. Markets rise and fall. Industries evolve. But one thing remains constant: trust matters. That's why many of our strongest relationships begin the same way. Not through advertising, not through cold outreach, but through referrals. Because trust, once earned, becomes one of the most valuable assets in business. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. In case if you have any questions, any doubts, any clarifications that you want to make, feel free to reach out to us through email, or you can even send in your comments. And if you do want to reach out to us through WhatsApp, our WhatsApp number also has been mentioned. If you can't find it, then send us an email and one of my managers will get in touch with you once you fill in that inquiry form. And if you want to get started with your shipping container investments, we'll be more than happy to welcome you on board. All right, guys, so we'll be coming with more videos in the upcoming days. Till then, you guys take care. God bless. Cheers.